probably not the start you wanted to see from your team. It looked like Milwaukee was kind of all over you guys. Eric Comrie stood tall to start the game, but then it really looked like you guys started to take over control. I mean, the shots went from in their favor to 8-all, and then you guys took it and then finished 12-8. But really, what turned the first period in your mind?
Our tracking and the first few shifts, I think there's a lot of respect towards that team. There's a lot of speed. And there was a little bit too much respect in their skills. We needed to close a bit faster, better sticks, and but when we have success, it's our tracking, coming back hard, makes our D gapping up, so there's less time in neutral zone, and we were able to counterattack because of that, and I liked our speed at making decisions through the neutral zone. That's a team that plays like Nashville, so there's not a whole lot of space in neutral zone. So we needed to create something out of it, and then the only way is to build some speed. And so the first 7 minutes of the game, we practiced our D-zone coverage, but we stayed composed, and you need to feel comfortable at playing in the D-zone. You need to feel comfortable at defending in the D-zone and knowing you're going to spend some time there, because once you get comfortable there, you build confidence, and then from there your game can grow. So I liked the way we responded, even at when they scored their second goal. I didn't feel like our team was panicking whatsoever.
Is there a bit of a balancing act? I mean, you fired a lot of pucks at Grosnick, and you know, sometimes that's good because you can create an opportunity if your guys are going towards the net, but other times you're giving up possession. So is there a balancing act for you as a coach to say, well, guys, you know, we want those shots, but they have to be a certain type of shot?
I think you need to adjust depending who you're playing against. And with those guys, I think the number of shots can make a difference. You need to make them work. And when you shoot the puck to the net, you don't know where it's going to go, where the rebound's going to go. Is it going to go in front of the net? Is he going to freeze it? Is it going in the corner? And I think we were pretty good at staying on the puck. The one thing we need to do better is the first touches. And when we say, there's a shot on net on our goalie or there's a shot on net on their goalie, what's happening next if there's no whistle? And we can do a better job. And that's why we spent some time in our D zone. We didn't touch that puck first. And in the offensive zone, we fired a lot of shots. We need to touch it quicker. So that's one area we need to get better. But the mindset of bringing pucks to the net, I like that.
What can you say? Again, I feel like I'm a broken record now, but Eric Comrie, again, a lot of big saves for you guys at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, he's what you see is what we see every day in practices, and you see it in games. He's a guy that is always working hard, and he's got the ability to be a difference maker, and he was tonight.
Have you felt a switch in your team? Because, I mean, you guys just don't seem to be quitting, and obviously I know your team's they don't exhibit quit, but I just mean from now you're getting the results in that. You know, you down 2 games in a row now in the third period, down a goal, and you managed to tie it up and then win.
Well, we were depleted quite a bit for a long period of time, but the work ethic was there. We played some good games and we didn't get rewarded, but the confidence, we built some confidence through the hard work and working with a purpose. And we have now 11 points out of the last 16 available, so that's a pretty good last 8 games. So we want to build with that concept of working hard with a purpose, sticking to our plan, and that's what we talked about after the second period. Stick to our plan, just stay with it, and we're building confidence. But most importantly, they're building confidence for each other, and the way they're playing for each other is, to me, that's what matters the most right now. And we had quite a few new players this year, and getting to know each other, building a team takes time. And I think right now we have a team.
talked about players flipping opportunity, I should say, and you've talked about how even though you've lost some guys up to the Jets, you have opportunities for other players. One player who seems to have really taken that opportunity and run with it or skated with it is Jansen Harkins. I mean, he's got 5 goals in his last 8 games. He just seems to be not just his goal scoring though, but just he's moving his feet. He's really digging in and skating. And from, at least from my perspective, what have you seen?
Same thing. I think you're bang on. He's moving his feet. He's making quicker decisions. He's a big body. He's a big boy, and he's using his body to his advantage, protecting the puck, attacking the net. He's willing to get to the net. He's improving, and that's good for us, and that's good for him.
Going into the game on Wednesday, you obviously don't have a lot of time, and we always talk about in the AHL what it is hard to sweep a team. What do you take from tonight's game into Wednesday's game?
We're going to look at the video, and but I think we need to get better at those 50-50 races, offensively and defensively. That's the one part. We want to keep the compete level and making plays. We want to make plays. That's what we're here for. It's not a perfect game, and turnovers will be created, but we got to keep that confidence at making plays and building speed and playing fast, and that's how we want to play, and we're going to keep pushing that way.
I just have a couple, Coach. Just about Seth Griffith working his way back from injury and how important that can be to the power play.
Well, he's an offensive guy, so when we evaluate him with the skills that he has, and for him to make that play in overtime and the power play goal, that's what he has to bring to the table. But it's a tough task to create offense, and you get moved around different lines, you get injured, and coming back into game shape, it takes some time, and the confidence in your hands, and to be able to execute at a really fast pace, and he's got the ability to do it. We saw it at training camp. He's a great kid. He's coachable. He wants to be here. So, hopefully tonight is just going to be another building block in this game.
As you look across the Central Division, one statistic group stands out, and that's the goalies that you guys are facing in your division this season. So you told us this year it's going to be these in-tight goals, these dirty area goals. So you saw one of them tonight, at least in Logan's game. And just wondering, how do you prepare your crew for those in-tight physical matchups?
Well, it's a mindset. That's where, and the way we play in our division, it looks like a playoff game every night. That's how you score goals in the playoffs. So that's perfect. I mean, it's not pretty. It's most of the time it's not pretty, but it's bringing pucks to the net. It's driving the net. It's staying on the puck, and keep doing it. I mean, to do it once in a while is one thing, but to do it consistently, that's the challenge. And for us, we've been scoring more goals recently because we have more of that mindset, aggressive, offensive mindset. We get to the net, we bring pucks to the net, and we stay on it. So that's what we're looking for. And more than anything, we practice that way, and we have that mindset. And the guys, when they get rewarded, they just believe a little bit more in that process. And that's what we've been doing since early in the season, but now it's paying off.